Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're not new. Today you guys are going to be getting unready with me as I lay out tips for college and also goals that I have set for this semester. So, you guys don't know because I haven't told you, but I am going to be a junior at Drew University. It's in Madison, New Jersey. Okay, Drew gang. Not really, but I'm a Chinese studies major and a biochemistry minor. I am also pre-med. Don't ask why about the combination. That will be a whole separate video at a later time, so please comment down below if you want to see that video on how I kind of decided where I want to be. So yeah, let's get right into this video. So I am back and we're ready to get started. So first I'm going to use the coconut oil formula by Palmer's Coconut Monoi Cleansing Balm, and this stuff is great. It smells a little like Play-Doh. I'm not hating it with just cocoa butter, so I'm gonna take that in my palm and melt it. So basically the first tip I have is to have specific goals in mind. I was talking to a friend and she was like, I just don't want to mess up, don't want to mess up, don't want to mess up. And I was like, girl, have some be more specific, So have specific goals in mind, because when you have them, I also suggest you write them down, and you can always look back on them and be like, okay, this is the grade I want to get in this class. This is what I want to do this week. Or not even this week, but like how I want to, get to where I want to be. My second tip is get a planner. Just do it. You can't store everything in your brain. You are not all knowing. That's not your job. So basically get a planner that is as descriptive or as general as you want it to be. Just taking my Neutrogena wipes here. I'm going to insert a clip somewhere of my old planner and my new planner. My old planner, I had a pop-in planner. If you guys don't know what that is, I will show you a clip. But it's basically like a very detailed planner. I loved it. It was like $13, a little bit on the expensive side for me personally, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was an amazing planner. So yeah. So this is my pop-in planner, you guys. She very thick, but I have a folder in there, another folder, and then they lay it out like this is July. Oops. And you have notes to write, so you could write down your goals for each month in the notes section, and then they have a whole monthly spread and notes that you can write on the side. And then you have your weekly spread, and then your notes down there. And then at the back, let's see, you have notes, you have more notes that you could write, and then you have stickers for like different appointments or whatever. I didn't really use these, but yeah. And that's basically the planner. So I got mine at Staples for maybe $12.99, and yeah. So the planner I got this semester was just from Barnes & Noble. It was like an exclusive or whatever. Well, it's a little bit more general. It's not as, specific. This is my current planner. It's 2019-2020. And you have these references, and then every week you just have like a little general space to write down all your things, and then the monthly spread down below, and you have these like perforated edges so you can keep track of where you are. But at the back it's more detailed. You can write down notes for each month, so you can put all of your goals back here. And then you have a space for your year back here as well. And then you have all of the holidays for 2020, monthly stuff, monthly notes that you can write down your monthly goals. You have, the US map and time zones and abbreviations. And you also have the zodiacs and birthstones. Here you have measures and conversions, which I don't really use because I don't have to. But down here, you can do your temperature stuff. And then you have your addresses, emails, phone numbers, and everything, which I think is very useful. And you have a lot of pages of these, so that's nice. And then back here, you have all your scribbles. So you can doodle, I guess. You can write down notes. And you just have that space to do whatever you want. And then back here, there's a little folder for whatever you want to make of it. But, I haven't put anything in there yet. I've just left it alone. But I really like the colors. That's kind of what drew me in. And it was detailed enough for me to really, choose it. But yeah, this is my planner for this year. You can use apps, whatever works for you. I personally use Google Calendar to write down all of my routines because it's just easy, easier than writing it down in a planner, definitely. I'm gonna get the next product. So it is, for me, so much easier to write down every day, the routines that I do for every day, because it's easy to slip up, and I slip up and I procrastinate. I mean, it's just human nature, but it's so easy to do that, but it's all in your mindset, and you just have to tell yourself, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Don't do it. Get back on track. So that is it. That's the end of it. No, I'm kidding. Next, make friends with your professors and be annoying. Let me say that again.
Make friends with your professors and be annoying, okay?
So basically, this is also bio oil, off topic, but this is my bio skincare oil. When I mean make friends with your professors, this tip will literally see you through, because when you make friends with your professors, they say that they'll understand that you're engaged. Like, you are engaged in the class, even if you don't want to be there. You're pretending like it. You gotta fake it till you make it, you know what I mean? Fake it until you get that grade. Be annoying. Be annoying. When they don't want to give you an answer, email them the same question, okay? If they want to be annoying to you, be annoying right back. If they want to be condescending, well, don't be condescending back, but make sure you let them know that you're there to learn and you're not there to beat around the bush just like they are. So now I'm going to use my 4th Ray Beauty Rainfall 2% Hyaluronic Acid. Get help even when you don't need it, okay? So a little bit of background for me. I've been studying Chinese since high school, since my freshman year of high school, and I love it so much, and it's honestly not that hard for me. Not even bragging, I'm just telling you the truth. Like, it's not hard for me to study for Chinese, but I do need help once in a while. I'm not perfect at it, I make a lot of mistakes, as you will in all your classes and stuff. But get help, even when you don't need it. Like, in the beginning, start getting help. So when times get tough, you know who to go to, you know what your lifeline is. For my chemistry class that I'm taking this semester, the teacher had a policy where if you went to get help, you could rack up those points to go towards a test or a quiz or your lowest grade or whatever. Some teachers, like most teachers, don't be doing that, but it's a really, my teacher made it an incentive to go get help, so you got extra points. But even if your professor doesn't do that, get help. It doesn't hurt. Initially you might be like, oh man, I must be really dumb. I thought that. I still low-key think that. But at the same time, if it's gonna help me, so it's gonna help me get better and get through this class that I really don't want to take anyway. So just do it. It's literally takes no time. Most people at our center, we call it the Center for Academic Excellence. Most people at our center are really nice. They're tutors and they're student tutors, so they're taking most of the same classes. They might be a grade above you, and they're just nice and they're chill and they give you food. So, the next tip that I've learned that really helped me was recording labs and lectures. So I've never recorded labs yet. I want to do that this semester, but record your lectures, because your teachers, your professors, whoever will always say something that is not in the textbook, and they might say something that is key that will be on the quiz or the test that you might not have enough time to write down. So always, always, always record your lectures. And what I usually do, what I try to do, is record them and then listen to them and write out any missing information in my notes that I have. This year I'm using a notebook and my new laptop to write notes. I can show you a whole video on that. When I'm in school, just let me know down below if you want to see a video on that. So I will be rewriting just to get it in my brain, because when I think about a subject, I more than likely have it under my belt. Yeah, listen to the lecture again. It will take an hour, it will take some time, but don't skip through it. Just listen to it and write down any missing information. Now for labs. The lab usually runs in three sections. First, you have a pre-lab lecture where your professor or your lab professor or whatever lays out the foundation, the context of what you are going to be doing the lab on. And this is for my pre-med students, science students, okay? So your professor, your lab professor is going to let you know what you will be doing that day. Sometimes you'll have a lab quiz. I know we usually have lab quizzes every lab. But they'll be outlining that. They'll be stating the context of what you're learning in the class and how it correlates to the lab. Then the second phase is actually doing the lab. And then the third phase is working on the lab, the post-lab questions sometimes if you have enough time. And the professor will break down your results, and you'll be asked to, interpret them or whatever. It is so important to record your pre-lab and post-lab. I never did that, and I know how like my grade in lab suffered. I was getting good grades, like A's and B's on my lab reports. Record that post-lab. If you record anything, let it be that post-lab, because they're going to break down your results, and you're going to break it down verbally too, and you'll be able to hear what the professor is saying or the TA or whoever, and what you're saying about your results, and you can literally write down the interpretation in your lab report as you're listening to what you recorded. So that is so, so important. My mom really put me on. She kind of forced me to do it. Once I did it for the lectures, it really helped me, but now I have to do it for the labs and actually do it every lecture, because I would be slacking off. So the next tip is balance. You're going to be running around, you're going to be getting involved in clubs, you're trying to be social, you know what I'm saying, trying to go to a party here or there, trying to do your thing, trying to figure out who you are as a person. That all happens. You might think it happens in high school, and it kind of does, but it also happens in college. You kind of solidify your friend group, maybe you get a boo. I don't know what's happened. I don't know. It's none of my business. But you're trying to figure out yourself and what works for you. And that all goes back to getting a planner and also a journal to try and record like where you're at in life and how you're feeling. And it might seem cliche, but honestly, having a journal helped me so much, helped me break down what I'm feeling in different circumstances in my life. And I'm going to be a junior, but I have a lot of experience of being away from home for school. If you want a video on that, please comment down below. Make sure you're balancing everything. You want to have friends. You want to make time for your friends, your family. Time to go out and just have fun. Be careful. College campuses, some people on the campus be sketchy. I've met a couple of them already. So mainly just one, but some of them are sketch. Make sure you have a core group of friends who will hold you down, who got your back and your neck sometimes, you know. Make sure they speak in truth to you. Make sure they ain't lying to you when you got something stuck between your teeth or your eyebrows look rank de rank. Make sure they're telling you, sis, wipe off that eyebrow. What are you doing? That was too much. You stay in touch with your family. If you're away from home, they'll miss you. I'm away from home. I'm only an hour away and they still miss me. Yeah, but honestly, it's great. Make sure you're eating. College food is disgusting, okay? Drew food is better than most universities, I must say, but it's a struggle. It's really a struggle. Sometimes it be ramen weeks. Like, you'll have a whole week where you just be eating ramen, which is disgusting. Ramen is great, but it's not great for your body. Make sure you're eating something. Make sure if you have money, and I know it's broke girl season, okay? Hot girl season has left the building. Broke girl season is approaching once I go back to college. So try and buy some food before you go back. That way you have your parents' money, so they're paying for the food. Unfortunately, I'm not paying for the food that I'm taking back to school. I'm paying for it. As much food as you can. Snacks that you like, snacks that will, you know, fuel you when you're studying and all that good stuff. And just stay hydrated, stay nourished. Your brain needs it. Your cells need it in order for you to keep going, or else you will burn out. And I burn out like once every other month, and it's terrible, but it's like, it's terrible. But it happens because I don't eat. I focus so much on my work and what I put in that I'm not putting anything in, like, in my body. So basically, make sure you have stuff in the tank. That tank is full. You put $40 regular cash to fill up that tank. In addition to eating, make sure you're sleeping. You need to let your cells rebuild. And this is why I'm a pre-med student, because honestly, I maybe was destined to educate people. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in my life. In 10 years, I have plans, I have goals, but sleeping, you're gonna burn out. If you're not eating, you're gonna burn out. So make sure, and it has happened to me multiple times, you know, whatever. But make sure you are sleeping, especially on the weekends. Saturdays, for me personally, I try and get all my homework done during the week and on Saturdays. So Sundays is my day of rest. If God needed a day of rest, I need one too. Okay? So Sunday is my day of rest. I usually just chill on Sundays, but you are sleeping, and that is in that whole balance thing. Balance eating, sleeping, having fun, doing your work, because that is a priority. You are at college for a reason, to get that paper so no one can tell you nothing, and to continue your education if you so desire. So I will tell you my goals after I take a shower. So I just came out of the shower and I want to share with you my goals for this upcoming semester. So as I said before, I'm going to be a junior this year, and it's honestly mind-blowing how fast time is going, but here are my goals. So first things first, I want to stay organized and on top of all my routines. As I told you before, I put down all my routines in Google Calendar. I want to utilize them, make the best use of my planner and everything like that. So we trying to be on a whole nother mind frame level here this semester. Second, I want to study every day just to reinforce principles that I need to know for upcoming quiz, tests, exams, the final exam. In all my classes, humanities or otherwise, I'm taking one science course and the lab to go with it this semester, and then all the rest are just for my Chinese major. So yeah. Next is to annoy my professors, especially my science professor. Wasn't really good at that last year. It will be a year. So this year I want to be better at annoying them, making sure I'm getting things right, asking them all the questions that I need to ask, and just making sure that everything is Gucci so I know everything for the test. One rule of thumb that I use for tests and quizzes is study until you're thinking about it, even when you go to bed. If you're not thinking about it, if I'm not thinking about it, I know I don't know something. Something is lost in translation, but if I'm thinking about it, I know the material and I can tell you and I can teach you the material. Balance, and that is sleeping, eating, and making sure I'm having fun while, studying and everything. So I just want to make sure that I'm balancing out everything. I just want to make sure I'm balancing everything out in line with what I want to do. And yeah. One quote that I've always hung on to is that it's not selfish to self-care. And right now I'm just going to finish off my face with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel with hyaluronic acid, which is amazing. Even once a month, just pampering myself really puts me in a good headspace and really prepares me to face the music, go back to school and face the music. I usually go on dates by myself. If I want to get my nails done, I will. And I go out with friends sometimes. If they want a buddy to go to Walgreens with, I'll go with them. I'll go on dates with my boyfriend. I'll go on dates with my friends, with myself. Just hang out by myself sometimes. Some people are like, you are weird. I know that, but sometimes I like being by myself. Journaling too is a method of self-care for me. So those are my 6 goals. Stay organized, study every day, annoy my professors, balance, be healthier, and self-care. Self-care for me also is sleeping, because I like to sleep, get my rest, have those cells rebuild so I'm ready for the next day. But usually the self-care occurs on the weekends when I really have the time to do that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more educational videos about my life, my educational life, my educational journey, where I'm now, where I have been, please let me know. If you want to see if you want to hear about what I've been doing all summer, please also let me know in the comments below. And please be specific, because my educational journey in that respect is so general. There are so many aspects and so many details, but please let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get updated when I upload, okay? So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!